Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of Millennial Machine Check. Today we have a 2017 Chevy SS. Australia, mate! Now real quick before we start the video, there's a lot of you that have been watching the machine checks but aren't subscribed. So if you go and click the subscribe button, that would really help me out. And we can see more machine checks like this. Okay, Chris is the first crew member to be on the show, first of many. But Chris, what is your favorite thing about the Chevy SS?
Probably that it's the manual and four-door. The likelihood of me keeping the car because it's so practical is very high. So that's definitely a big thing, just all around. Love the car.
So before you bought this car, I know you were looking at a few, but what were the other cars you were looking at and what stood out about the SS compared to the other cars you were looking at the time?
So I was definitely thinking about an ATSV. That was a big one. That was definitely at the top of my list. I can't even remember what else was there, but for sure the ATSV. The deciding factor, because I'm a mechanic, is 2 turbos is a lot to maintain, and then I don't really have a long commute to work, so I don't really feel like it would be nice to the car to like barely let it warm up, especially the way I drive. And and then I saw the SS and I was like, and it was bigger. It was like everything with the ATSV, but it was a little bigger, a little bit cheaper. It's a mutt. It's a half American, half Australian. That's perfect. That's like me, just a mutt. Like, what is that thing? Is it Impala, Malibu? Everybody asking all types of questions. And I'm like, just an SS. So I think it's perfect.
What is your kind of next plan? What are the next things you want to bring to the car and kind of modify?
Probably going to be appearance. So lower the car, put the wing on, put a lip on, small things. There's not very many aftermarket options for this car, which kind of sucks.
Most of the stuff has to come from Australia though, right?
Yeah, man. Shit, whack right now. I got an exhaust coming soon, so that's in the works. I got parts and plans, but I need to execute that.
So it is a cold morning here on Mount Udon. It's about 50 degrees. It's not too bad. How do you think it's going to perform out there today?
I think I'll be okay. Just be a bit more mindful of the tires to see if it's going to grip or not. There's no fog, there's no rain, there's no dampness on the road. So that's more what I would be concerned about. So a little bit of cold temp doesn't bother me too much.
I think this car is going to do pretty good. It is heavy. I think that's going to be a penalty in the first section. And it has a lot of power. It's got more power than anything else that we've had up here. All right, let's hit the canyon.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
So how did the car feel up there, Chris?
It feels pretty good. Big body sedans definitely feel that weight getting thrown around, so it makes me a little nervous sometimes. I'm having some issues with the brakes, so they felt a lot better today. Not as comfortable as I want to be, but a lot better than where they were.
Yeah, overall you felt like it was pretty solid?
Yeah, I think it was pretty solid. I think I need a little bit more practice on that last hairpin and left. Yeah, I need some work on uphill. A lot of weight to throw around. I know there's a lot of power, just how to correctly execute it is definitely something I'm gonna have to practice on.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there's lots of places where you can lose time and gain time here. That last section is for sure a tricky one. You know, especially in heavier cars. You know, and even though it's got a lot of power, it's hard to kind of overcome the weight, and you can't always sense kind of where the grip is in a heavier car like that.
Being high, having a high center of gravity is where I feel that discomfort.
Well, you're always welcome back once you do more mods. You know, that's what I encourage. You know, so the S2000 will be back. I've mentioned that before. I've got minimum 3 or 4 cars that are scheduled to come up here. They're going to be really cool. An actual full 100% American car, because still we technically haven't had a full American car in the show yet. This is kind of a, you know, as he said, a mixed bag. So it's mostly Australian. We're going to have another Japanese icon on shortly, and another piece of Americana that is interesting, and some of you may not know what it is, but you know, you'll get to learn soon. Again, as I said at the top of the video, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this VF ripping up and down Mount Udon. I actually wrote an article about this guy on the Millennial Motoring website, so you can check it out there. Crew Spotlight Chris. Go feel free to check out the Millennial Motoring website, click on the blog, and you'll find a picture of him with the SS. While you're there, check out the store. We've got t-shirts, we've got stickers, so, you know, check it out. This is a Hoonigan t-shirt, but never mind that. If you liked this video, check out the other 3 machine checks. We've had really cool Japanese cars so far. Thanks again for watching, and take it easy.